The crisis we are living as Ismailian in Middle East is not normal crisis. It's a terrible crisis. A lot of people there are affected by it in the Ismailian land. The Ismailian in their soil are persecuted in a way that need more investigation and more explanation, more description. Now, uh, this crisis happening right now about the photos and the draws about the messenger Muhammad, uh, making a lot of people angry. And I'm sure if you go and you talk to Mr. Macron, and if you say to him, normally there is a lot of people who are angry from what is happening in France. Okay, I understand it's liberation and things and talk. See, the problem is that there is in the Muslim world who do not understand you, and you do not understand some Muslim in the Muslim world. But when we go and look at, I'm not talking about the public of France or Europe. I'm talking about the government in these groups. The problem is you are the one who's behind the persecution. You are the one who's creating unjust. This is not the topic. Macron will, if I come and say to him, are the Muslims, do they have the right to say from now on I'm not gonna eat any products from France? I'm gonna eat other products, either from the East or from Turkey, from Russia, from any. Can I do this? Macron will say it's your right. It's your right to stop eating or consuming the France products. You have the right to consume other products because you are not feeling fine with it. It's your right, regardless if you are accepting or not accepting the draws about the final messenger Muhammad, which is affecting you. I mean, if you go and insult someone, grandfather or father or mother, it is not good. It's not healthy. Even if this person is a bad person, you just don't. Don't. It's especially when we talk about a government way. It's not about the principle and the person. It's newsletters in the school. This is unacceptable. Schools. That's why so many Muslims said we need. This is not the topic. It is a start for something worse. So everyone is trying to stop it, and it's reached schools right now. They say it's part of the education. The education, you can send this message to the children in a different way. No, this is not the topic. In Saudi Arabia, believe it or not, and I'm sure that among you will say, "Well done, Saud House. Well done, Al Saud, persecuting the people." This is how dumb and stupid so many. Externally, yani. I'm not talking about the Ishmael in the Middle East. And second, so believe it or not, in Saudi Arabia there is a businessman, who said, "You know what, everyone, this is not like the Denmark before even." He said, "Let's stop using and consuming the France products." In Saudi Arabia, he have some shops. Do you know what happened to him on Twitter and Facebook? He was imprisoned. The government took him and put him in jail. The government do not want any citizen to stop consuming the France or ask or call for it. Go to the shop, don't buy. But if you have a shop, don't announce it. Don't announce it. Don't stop buying these France materials or food. They have a lot of good type of considered high quality or low quality, whatever. The whole world have high quality or low quality. They put him in jail. They took him and put him in jail. Why in Saudi Arabia? Because he's saying from now on, let's just stop consuming anything from France, because these people do not show respect to our prophet and they just want to make us angry and sad and just insult us. It's not enough what we are dealing with. They want to add more. They do not understand. It's not us who do not understand France liberty. They do not understand our feeling. And they took him and put him in jail. He didn't. But based on any, even for the France themselves, it's your right. They put now, of course, among the Western people and others, who will say the government. I'm not done talking about. Well done, South House. The stupid dumbs. Well done, Saudi Arabia. Well done, South House. Good job. And even Gulf states, good job. Yeah, put them in jail. See, this in slavery, this persecution, you need to understand what created it. Is it China? Maybe indirectly taking advantage. Is it India? Maybe indirectly taking advantage. Is it Iran? Maybe indirectly taking advantage. Maybe indirectly by taking advantage, they're helping on this. Is it in Africa? Is it even Russia? Maybe with a big more stocks in it. Taking advantage, indirect, indirect. But who's behind this dilemma we're facing right now in our soil? Families, husbands, wives, children. Who's behind? The West. Look what's happening in the Holy Land. Look what happened in Iraq. Look at the reaction in the Middle East. Look at the agents in Gulf states. Now we are dealing with this problem. The term is called Al-Amniya Al-Taghutiyya, Al-Alamiyya. The international security Taghut. Taghut is imposement, imposing Taghut. What do you mean? Or the international security, that is taking the direction of it is to support those agents on what they are doing, starting from the West, on what they are doing to the people. Now this is a crime. This is a crime when a crown prince or a king or a prince or a sheikh in Gulf states. I'm not talking about all. If we go to certain Gulf states, there is a different type of darkness as a result to what happened last century and what happened last decades. In Saudi Arabia, why do we need to be in this situation? A member of the dark groups within the international society who have something to do with this persecution are the France, with their media, with their commentaries, with their government, with many things, with their troops in Iraq. They're part of it. They are a member of it. They have something to do with it, with the West. You would say right now, the Ismailian want this. No, the Ismailian do not want this. You understand what I mean by saying the Ismailians? No, they don't want this. And the government will bring some pimps as an example. If you go and talk to those pimps, some of them would say, those pimps, the Saudi government opened these clubs and cinema. Of course, you have no right to criticize the government. It's worse than Syria. I have mentioned it even before this change. Before even 10 years. I have mentioned what's happening right now. People didn't believe. This is obvious. Any person will understand that this will happen. And prostitution. We want more she-males in the country. The government is not forcing anyone. Of course, the government is not forcing anyone. Oh, this is Trump, the pimps. Crown Prince, the pimps. The government is not. I'm not going to talk about the filth in the Gulf states. I'm talking about Saudi Arabia. We're not forcing anyone. The pimps, among the pimps, if you go to them now, how can I? It's not easy to explain to you this point. The government is not, but in a very naive maybe way. The government is not forcing anyone. If you want to go to the masjid, go to the masjid. Of course, there is persecution against the masjid, and we understand why. Because of you in the West, mainly, and the problems you're creating in the Holy Land and Middle East. Yes, this is the fact. If you want to go to the masjid, go to the masjid. If you don't want to go to the masjid, don't go to the masjid. You have the right to choose either to be a prostitute or a housewife in Saudi Arabia. You want to be a housewife? You want to be a good teacher? It's your right. You want to be of course, there is no good environment right now. They are trying to destroy the good environment for the women who want to wear their style and live their style as an Ismailian woman. And banks and hospitals, they are destroying it. They are forcing women to deal with non-Ismailian style ways. And who's helping them? Many, starting from the West. This is giving a big opportunity to the non-Ismailian and the minorities that were more rich even before 11 September than inside job, having more freedom of with dialogue with the Gulf states and more money even before 11 September because they don't have any roots. And I have explained why those who do not have any roots were close to the agents. I have explained this. The agents want people to have no roots. They don't want the Ismailian and the natives. The majority. Why? Because the majority can question. But those who have no roots do not question. And by decades, they become rich. Go to the billionaires there. None of them. How did they brought the money? The oil. Directly and indirectly. With the agents. And the joke that of the Sharia laws that they are ruling by Sharia laws. Look what happened through the decades. Now I'm returning back to the topic. It's your right to be a prostitute or a housewife, a teacher. It's your right. A very modest, respectable member of the society, a housewife or a teacher or a woman who's whatever, or a prostitute or a slut or a whore. It's your choice. If you're a male, you have the right to be conservative in your house. But remember that a she-male have the right to walk the streets. And you shouldn't talk about this. You have no identity, no relation with the Islam. We want to change you. But at the same time, you have no right to criticize the government. At the same time, you have no right to stop eating from the France product. You have no right to announce that you find it suitable to stop consuming the France products. This is what's happening. Those people who are calling for liberty, fighting for liberty, they don't understand. Of course, Satan is using them. Macron is a soldier of the devil. No, not the Messiah. No, wake up. Wake up. Let's hope he's an atheist. This is the Antichrist. This is the Antichrist. He will work for the Antichrist, for the devil, for Satan. They don't see it. Now I'm focusing on the West. Liberty, freedom of speech. Of course, I can go to China and see what's happening to the East Turkmenistanis. I can go to the Muslims and the lies about Islam in India and the wonderful history of Islam in India by the demons who call themselves Hindus. Okay? I can go to where? To Iran and look how the normal Muslims are persecuted by the so-called Shiite. I can go to Africa and see how rotten the lies are taking place there about slavery, about the reality of Muhammad, in the name of this racist figure, Cross. Now, in relation to the history of the Romans and things like that, even before Constantine, I can go to the so-called Israelis who are part of the West in a way or another, who insist calling themselves Jews, and they got nothing to do with the Israeli race, with this huge number of lies in the Holy Land. And I can see what they are doing to the poor Holy Land, the Holy Land people. They are called Palestinian, they are called Arab, they are called Ismailian. This is a lie. The Holy Land, the natives in Middle East, the natives of this Holy Land, ethnics or Syrianis or Phoenicians, whatever, or even some part of them Ismaili, because it is every. They are, and among them, real Israelis descended from Jacob and Solomon, the family of the Messiah. There, the Holy Land. What's happening to them? Killed. Their children are killed, persecuted by intruders, either from Goys, going from Africa, or going from Europe or Russia, or even China or Belgium, persecuted, but starting from the West. I can go and talk about this, but no, I'm going to mention just only what those who call liberty and freedom of speech, of course, with the relation of, for example, the so-called Israeli. Look at Netanyahu always. You need to help us fighting the terror, the children of Gaza. They're sending rockets because we have killed their children, because we kicked them outside their house, because they are real Israelis and we are stealing their country. And you remember, you friends, before century, your leaders came, here we are back, Salahuddin. Though they are going from France, even those intelligent folks, and this is a reality, have criticized those who fought against the small Sharia. Small, because Muslims slept on it. They didn't force themselves to do what the final messenger by Allah have said. They slept in Andalusia and Spain. People are cursed, used to curse, and until now he's cursed. This leader in France who they say stopped the Muslim from taking Europe, the Christian Europe, the Crusader Europe, that was by the sword enslaved to the cross. You become crusaders by the sword of the Romans. The cross got nothing to do with the Messiah. This explains who you are. What is your history? You in many other group, China is nothing. It's 1 century ago. I'm not gonna return back 2000 year. 1 century ago, China was raped. The Japanese used to rape the Chinese, and the Chinese used to have no dignity. You know what they call their century, the century of humiliation. Japan could eat all so-called Hindus and all so-called Buddhists and all China before 1944. Look right now, Japan is nothing. Look at China. The Japanese are doing worse in the principle. May they be destroyed to the Eastern Turkmenistanis. The Eastern Turkmenistan didn't do anything to them. I mean, there is taking and giving between Japan and China, even in the history. We could give a lot of examples, but I'm now focusing the Russia with Afghanistan and what they are doing right now in the Middle East. Liberation. You're calling for liberation in France? You're calling for a liberation? Just you know it, that your liberation is behind this creep humiliation and creep persecution. And so many among you, especially those who have YouTubes insulting themselves, saying bad things about Muhammad. They are insulting themselves. You in your liberation is behind the slavery and the persecution we are dealing with right now. And of course, those who are not Muslims, those who forget about the history of their ancestors entering the Arabian Peninsula, those so-called Shiite, who are intruders, not Ismaili, not Kahtanis, who are liars. Yes, this is the truth. بعراني فلافون فلافين لا يجعلكم بخير يا ابو ايش بقنا بنتدور الله لا يجعلكم بخير واشكال اخرى رافضه. Give them a space. From Turkey, no lives coming. I wonder, a person who's originally from Turkey, especially in Najd, you are originally from Turkey, and you're low life from Turkey in Saudi Arabia. Why you are holding such feeling against Turkey? Why? God bless him, Erdogan. God bless him. May he be in the highest of paradise, because he's a man of principle. He's a man. You don't understand it. He touched something, Erdogan. I cannot explain it. I don't want to explain it. He did something. He touched something. Even if the man, politic, yes, Islam, he did something just wonderful, Erdogan. Something represent ease and relaxation. You don't see it. You don't see it because you are false, on a false side. May he be assured from now that his place will be in heaven and paradise. Allahumma ameen. And may Allah guide him. And may Allah protect him from those and they stated right now, their government in Saudi Arabia, their government, no more consuming to the Turkish products by force. This explains the agents. Now this is your liberty. This is your documentary. This is the Russia against the Gulf agent. This is how you have treated what happened in Iraq and Syria, and then the Holy Land. Shimon Peres, why they fire rockets? May he be cursed. May he be in hellfire, and he's in an absolute ban forever. Shimon Peres with Erdogan. Why do you send rockets to us? Because you are a filthy guy, and you need to return back to from where you come. You shouldn't bother us in the Holy Land. Yes. Please don't delete this video. I'm trying to explain. At the end, I am sorry for those victims. I'm sorry for the Muslims who faced a lot of problem and persecution, the children who've died, and at the same time, I'm sorry for any French man or European man or woman or a child even that died by these reactions. I am sorry. I understand. No, I understand. I understand more than their family and their parents. Yeah, you can. Yeah, the pain that this is holding. And I understand that the lost, they are lost, they left us. I understand, but who to blame? Who is the real killer here right now? Each one of them, a woman and a man or a child. Of course, they are very important. Who is the real criminal? Who, who are the real criminal in this terrible world? Many, yes. You got the agents. You go above them and below. Gulf states, Middle East, all the world in groups taking advantage, and the West. And the West. This video is about my personal case with an alignment of understanding Islam and with an alignment of understanding the Ash'ari people right. This doesn't mean that I have an issue. I have totally issue with those non-Muslims who are lying. Because if you're a non-Muslim, do your best. I'm not gonna go say you better be a good atheist. But if you're not a Muslim, do not lie. Please. Stop lying. Are you lying for money, or are you just lying because you're really ignorant? And if there is, of course, this also, there is a lot of Muslims, unfortunately, that are behind. I have a problem, an issue, and points of what they are doing, criticizing point here and there. In relation to this personal case, Allah, the creator of existence, is the most merciful, and Muhammad was sent as a mercy upon mankind. I understand that Europe was in terrible situation before, and now they are calling for this liberation and things, and I understand. If in the Holy Land there was no problem the way it is right now, listen to me carefully. Yes, this is fact. If nothing happened in Afghanistan or in Iraq, if no problem happened and occurred in the centuries before, if this didn't happen, I am definitely sure. I'm 100% definitely sure. I don't want to go deep the calculation of what's happened historically. I'm totally sure that 90% of all of this terror attack that occurred in Europe wouldn't occur, or more. I'm not gonna say 100%, but 99 or 98 wouldn't happen percent. And Muslim will look at those people who are making draws of Muhammad if our Holy Land was not stealen, if no one attacked Iraq, if no one attacked, and they will look and there will be even no reaction the way it is right now, because people are already hurt. Understand me? And when you hurt them, additionally, this is an emotional thing. Okay? There wouldn't be. People will be very tolerant with even humiliating the name of Muhammad, peace be upon him. If the Holy Land was not stolen, if no more than millions were killed and being homeless in Iraq, if Afghanistan didn't went through all of this darkness, trust me, there will be no gate to their emotion, an open gate for their emotion to provoke them. Even if people would say, Muhammad, if you know him, you will love him. This do not represent the reality of Muhammad. Muhammad is peace, but with what's happening right now, with this big portion of lies and persecution that the Muslims have dealt with, terror like this is a normal reaction. It is not legitimate. I'm against it. But those who create it are the biggest criminals, are the real criminals. And I'm sorry for the innocent victims. I mean, if you're gonna do something, you don't do it for the public walking the street. Some of them are wonderful people and nice people and lovely. Why you? I see some YouTube channels with so many demons. I'm not a demon. No, I'm saying the truth. If you're gonna do something, do it. If you're gonna do something, really? Yeah. Shh. You didn't do it to normal women walking the street, man. This is craziness. A woman walking her street. What is this? A church? People are worshiping. This is not normal. We need more information from the news. It can't be. I can't understand it. Maybe mental illness? Who created this? There is people who will make you angry, honestly. You will understand it's wrong. It's wrong. You just don't bother people in their house of worship, people or children or some cinemas or not. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking here or some. There's like the bomb in Manchester. The bomb in the Manchester. There's children. They're children. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry. They use this. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? It is if you want to do something. You don't bother those innocent people. Yeah, it's all wrong. It's all illegal. Please don't detain me. Please don't deport me. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, Trump. Please don't detain me. Please don't deport me. Yeah, fuck you, Trump. Did you see me? Did you say this, Trump? Don't deport me. Don't detain me. Did you see this or this about me, Trump? Yeah, you said this when you saw a video. Yeah. Don't detain me. Don't deport me. Yeah. ها؟ لما خنت على مصر أنا